How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Petty, and I appreciate you stopping by today. And oh lord, the game is out. I didn't get a normal video out yesterday because I was busy playing the game. But we did do a live stream, and we might do some more of those on YouTube or Twitch, so definitely keep an eye out for those. You can watch me just completely fail at some of these puzzles. I was trying to do incomplete writing last night for like 20 minutes. I literally just came through there to pick up waypoints and chests and got distracted by a puzzle that was breaking your man's soul. I swear to God, I was pointing at the peak. There, I'm pretty sure I had the abode right. Town's right there. It's right there. Just couldn't bring it home. It's okay. I'm not developing a complex over it. It's fine. It's fine. But we're all struggling with some stuff. So I thought a good video to do, especially in the first couple of days, is kind of show some mechanics that are pretty easy stuff, but some are easy to miss, and other systems like the stamina system can just be a bit of a bully, and a little weird to figure out since there's not really a toggle for it and everything. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Gonna start things off super easy. Obviously the most important thing in the game is to not even play it itself. Don't even play the idle animations. Sell it itself. We don't even need to touch this. But no, so let's go ahead and look at a couple of things. So one thing right off the bat, we got icy boys that can freeze water. It's a pretty good thing. We can walk on it. Problem though, doesn't go very far at all. What you want to do is bring out your buddy, use his swirl. Alright, now you got more ice. Oops, and I can switch to the wrong person. I mean Kaya. And, you know, if I wasn't bad at timing myself, you can keep chaining that. And basically walk on water forever. You do run into a little bit of an issue where, like, the second rotation, Kaya and the main character are kind of on the same cooldown for their skills because they have different cooldown times. So now I'm kind of just stuck waiting for which one's going to come up first. But again, you basically don't, you know, if you never want to get wet in your life, you don't have to. You just have to bring an animo person and a cryo person. And you can go wherever you're trying to go. Alright, we're just going to skip over that last bit. Look, I did it. So, cool little thing. And let's get into slightly memeier things. Where's my example rock? I think that's my example rock over there that I was sussing out earlier. So one of the things that all the characters in this game can do, or at least I'm fairly certain it's all the characters, but when you jump, you have a chance of being able to do a little slam down effect. Personally, I like my girls the most, but that's also because I got the luckiest on her so far. Have a couple of constellations, a 4-star weapon. Things are looking nice. But you might be like, oh, Patty, I didn't know about that. Cool, there's a slam attack in the game. Yeah, you don't need this big of a rock. You might be like, okay, well, I mean, you still need some height, right? Kinda. Look at this rock. Aw, don't, no. You can do it off of basically any uneven surface. If it's more than just a small gradual slope, oh, now you're going to bully me while I'm trying to show the people. You have to be a little quick with it and basically immediately click after you've jumped and everything. If you do wait a second, it's not going to go through. There we go. Now I look like I know what I'm actually doing. It's that unedited content, people. Got to keep us honest. But you can do this on like just the slightest things and everything. Like it's just absolutely memes. If I didn't jump onto a higher rock there, that would have gone off. We can just use the babyest little corner on this smallest rock, and we can still do it. So you're able to take advantage of that all over the place in this game. So it's definitely a nice thing to be able to weave in at the end of your combos and everything. It does take a little bit of stamina, so if you're already low, that might keep you from being able to continue hit something. Is there anything little that I can show that with? So you can kind of position yourself so that at the end of normal combos, you'll be standing at something, because you only go forward a few paces typically with your attacks. So it's just a nice little thing to keep in mind when you've got so much environment to work with, you know, because there's uneven surfaces everywhere, Jack. Literally, this whole place is just hills. So these ones actually aren't really steep enough for that to really work. I'm sure if we went up to that like ramp up there, yeah. So let's. You need a little bit of a hill. But again, not much. I think like, you know, that's a like 15% incline. This is closer to like, you know, 30, 40. And we working. And we working. Just a slight hill and you can be using this slam attack. So it's definitely a nice thing to pepper in there. Another thing that I want to point out, it's got a very large area of effect. Like you can see how far that slam goes out. Come on, girly. Okay. Apparently we need to go a little bit higher up the hill. And actually jump straight down the hill. That would also be a good thing. So, I want to guess that's, you know, between like 5 and 10 meters distance. It hits a nice amount of stuff. So, free AoE that everyone has if you have just a little something to jump off of. You can yell parkour in your head while you do it, but get them slams in there. Alright, so we could bully these guys, but it's a little unnecessary. Alright, just kind of get rid of them so that they don't interrupt me. You die now. Alright. I'll just open a chest just because. But another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to mechanics is, especially since we were just kind of talking about our combos, so your combo has, you know, animations for each attack in it. Those animations take a set amount of time to complete before they do the next one or before they're finished, and then you can do other things. So if I'm just pressing forward while I'm doing my combo, that's the amount of time after that last swing it takes for me to exit the animation, basically, and then start moving. So one more time, I'm holding forward this whole time, now I move, right? So something that you can do is animation cancel and dodge out of that and be able to continue your attacks and everything. That is, it's pretty common in a lot of games, but again, this game has a surprising amount of depth and a lot of people are taking a look at it. So if you're like, Petty, I've known about that since PS2 games. I know. But there's a chance it could help some people, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. And enemies that you are fighting that you're able to knock back and everything with, like, you know, one of your attacks in your combo, you can keep doing that and keep chaining it and basically control one person. Obviously, some of the bigger units, you don't really have a stun effect that you can do no matter what hit you're doing on them. So that's not going to work in every situation. Ba-da-da-da-da. I love that slam so much. And actually, real quick, let's go ahead and just do a 10 pull, because they did give that to me when I logged in today. But we're definitely gearing up to be doing a gear and artifacts, weapons and artifacts video here before too much longer, because Lord, have we got a lot of weapons, so we can talk about a few things with them. Oof. Oof. The burn, ladies and gentlemen. Not a single character was seen that day. Is that at least a good bow? Okay, yeah, that's not bad. I'm not angry after reading that. RNGesus just doesn't love some of us. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Am I really gonna do like a 10-minute video? That is unheard of. Oh, you know what? I know what we didn't touch on. So one of the nope. I'm trying to talk here. Excuse me. Another one of the things that I wanted to touch on is the stamina system can feel really, really brutal in the beginning of the game. And once you essentially are locked into sprinting, you can't stop unless you basically stop moving or just let go for a second, right? So one of the things that I wanted to point out, because it was something I was noticing but wasn't really positive what was happening, was sometimes I would be able to sprint and then stop sprinting and not be locked into it. And I couldn't really figure out why that was or what the logic there was. So this is a game that is just super, super built on visual cues. So as soon as you see that little air burst around your character, you are locked into sprinting. That is, sprinting is a go. Everything else, you're just going to keep eating all of your stamina up. So one of the best ways that I've found to basically conserve stamina when I still know I have a little bit that I want to do, and not get tired and start doing essentially like the slow walk a little bit, because that's when Petty starts getting hit and doesn't have any stamina to use his dash to run away and save his life. See right here, that's when I start taking a lot of damage and doing stupid stuff. So essentially what you kind of have to do with this game to not really lose at all that much momentum is kind of just let off the gas and immediately put it back on it in as quick of a way as that you can. Basically just releasing and then immediately pressing walk again will kind of keep you moving in stride without slowing down too much, while you immediately starting to get stamina back. But it's, well, it feels really counterintuitive. I found myself just pressing the sprint button again a whole lot, trying to like untoggle it and then losing all of my stamina. So it's a little silly, and I don't really know if there's a great term for that, but just immediately release and pressing again to keep me moving. One other thing that I wanted to kind of also talk about, though we've already mentioned it in another video, but since we're kind of talking mechanics things, it wouldn't be bad to throw in here as well. I just need to find some people to help me demonstrate it. I would like the dude. Yeah, these dudes will work. So all the like monsters in the game essentially have like animations also built to their attacks. And sometimes they're kind of good to know what they are so that you know what to dodge. So these dudes that we're looking at right here, real simple. Whenever he starts moving his weapon up, he's gonna swing it. He raises it, stops for a second, and then comes in. It's really good to start paying attention to and looking for those kinds of animations and what you need to be aware of. You'll see it really early game in like the big slimes. You'll see them press themselves down and kind of flatten, pancake out, and just kind of look like a wibbly wobbly pancake. That means they're about to shoot themselves up in the air. And then again, you have a second before they're coming down, but they're going to try and come down in your location. So you want to be using that time to already be moving and protecting your sacred health, or else you're going to eat up all your food. I have slight food PTSD in this game. Part of the reason I was happy that they were like, oh, we're going to give Barbara to everybody. I'm like, oh, we get a healer? Oh. Because we needed it. We needed it. We were hunting every animal in this game to extinction to keep myself fed. It was a little bit of a problem. See if we can find anything else to try and get another quick example for some animation stuff. But it's definitely something that you want to keep in mind. Boss fights in this game kind of have their own mechanics in them, but they do have telltale animations. So it's going to become more and more important that you start watching the things that you're fighting and paying attention to what they're doing and kind of looking for those patterns. Really, just anything at all. You got any big guys? Any slimes, witches? Where's the slimes at? Yeah, I don't think they're going to have any fun thing down here for us to try and use either. These guys have a few. So you'll... He waves his staff. We got tornadoes coming. There's another thing that you'll see him doing, and you'll kind of see like a little circle appear on the ground. That means that he's about to pop up with whatever element there. Though if this one's an animo one, they might not have the same thing. A lot of the other ones will drop a circular thing for their attack. Don't really need to explain the bow guys lifting up their bow. We're all on page with that. I'm short. Man, can you stop doing that? That is just rude, sir. Alright. Just gonna drop my Pokemon here. Solve my problems, buddy. Show them the way of the Fire Nation. That's why I choose you. I really want a Charmander skin for that little guy. You can't convince me that that's a bad idea. So the bigger guys that you'll sometimes see with these dudes, either having a giant two-hand weapon or a shield, have similar animation tells. Before he charges, I want to say like you'll kind of see him like kind of turn in like this and back up a little bit. Like they're kind of readying themselves up, and then they'll come running at you. So it's definitely a good idea to realize that they're about to be charging you, so you can be strafing. Maybe double clicking on that sprint a little bit. You're gonna need that. By the way, you can also hit trees to just collect all the fruit. Not really one of the mechanic things I meant to cover, but hey, we're picking fruit anyways. Yeah, I think that's enough for kind of the beginner stuff and everything. Obviously, as we're all getting more into the game, there's going to be more meme stuff. I'll probably do some videos on the bosses themselves. Each of them have a couple of phases and take like a good 5-10 minutes to fight. So they'll probably get their own individual videos and everything where we try and go through the mechanics and everything. But that'll probably just be the edited footage where I then talk over it. So, I appreciate y'all stopping by today. It's been your boy Patty. You're going to have to catch me on the next one, because I'm looking for the record button. Alright, we out of here. Deuces. Oh, did I miss? I missed! Oh, the game stole it back. That is rude, Genshin.